Hello and welcome to the third and final in this series of videocasts about arguments, about what is an argument. In this particular videocast, what I'm going to take you through is I'm going to take you through an argument and really show you the structure of an argument and then point your way to how you can develop this a bit further within your written work. So let me start with a question. Is feminist theory compatible with person-centred theory? So let's start by having a think about that. What is your immediate reaction? Do you think yes, they're compatible? Do you think no, they're not compatible? Do you really not have a clue what I'm on about? And that's okay, that's fine, it's not a problem. Now that initial reaction will give you your first start point in terms of developing an argument. Quite often at university you will be confronted with a question or a problem where your initial reaction is, I really don't know this subject. I really don't know enough about this to form my own conclusions. And that's normal, that's okay, not a problem. This is really where your reading is vital. You must find out about a subject, you must read about a subject, you must discover what the main field that you're looking at is all about. You'll do this really by going to the textbooks, particularly I'd say the recommended reading that you'll find on the Nile sites, the library, through the recommended reading on the course. It's really important that you actually do this through resources that are of a sufficiently good quality for the level we're expecting, because we have high expectations of you. We really do expect you to be grappling right at the edge of your comfort zone and your knowledge and pushing those boundaries consistently to know more. So if it's a topic you really don't know about, so if you don't really know much about person-centred theory, you don't know much about feminist theory, you'd have to read up about them. You'd have to find out. Now let's go back to you do your reading. You'll either think, well, I agree or I disagree. Now let's look at how you might do that, and let's follow it through. So follow the argument through with me. So the first thing I might do in terms of my evidence for this is I might lay out my terms and give reasons for where I'm coming from. So I might say something like, person-centred theory has at its core treating each individual person as an individual and not treating them as a member of a class or a group, but as an individual. Okay, that's what I would argue. Feminist theory, however, treats people according to their gender, according to the role within society based on their perceived sex or their gender role. So therefore, on that basis, feminist theory and person-centred theory are not compatible, because person-centred theory treats people as individuals, whereas feminist theory treats people as members of a gender, of a given specified gender. And it's an argument. You may agree or disagree. Be interested to hear what you think. However, that's a really basic argument. Now, what we can do with an argument like that is we can take an argument and we can develop it. We can move on to the next level with the argument. So I can do a however. However, feminist theory is not monolithic. There's no single feminist theory. There are many strands of feminism. So, for example, for a liberal feminist or a postmodern feminist, they would see people as individuals and not treat people primarily based on their gender. However, radical feminism or separatist feminism would keep that distinction very clear and would argue that it is important to the combating of patriarchy, of male dominance, to have that distinction, and therefore they would not be person-centred. So we find some streams of feminism are compatible with person-centred theory, others are not compatible with person-centred theory. Now you notice here, I still haven't reached a conclusion in this bit. So here's my conclusion. My conclusion is, therefore, it is not possible to say whether or not feminism is compatible with person-centred theory unless you specify which particular types of feminism you are talking about. Now, what I've done is I've took the simple question, is feminism compatible with person-centred theory? I've analysed it by presenting various evidence to you, and my conclusion is that you can't reach a conclusion. My conclusion is that without specifying something else, you can't reach a logical conclusion about that question. However, for particular strands of feminism, you can. So I think for radical or separatist feminism, you can very clearly say not compatible with person-centred theory. However, for postmodern feminism and for liberal feminism, yes, you can say they are compatible. So hopefully that shows you the way you develop an argument. And that's really what you're going to be asked to do. This is what I'm saying, it's not just the case of presenting the facts. You know, presenting facts will get you a D, it will get you a D+. If you're really lucky, it might get you a C-. But the things that are going to get you A's and B's are your ability to develop your argument. Now, I hope what you saw in that is the way that you develop arguments at different levels. So you can develop an argument within a paragraph by giving a couple of evidences that lead to a conclusion. You could also take that up to the next level of developing an argument around through linking paragraphs in sections of an essay, and then the whole essay can build an argument. So again, I hope that's been useful for you, and I really look forward to hearing your thoughts, your views on this, and to hear about how you will be developing your arguments through this course. So thank you very much for listening, and have a good day.